Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Loan Officer Breakfast Club. July 22nd, 2025. Racing through the years, we always do. Kristen, did you get that Christmas tree going, or where are we at on that? What's the status?
Listen, you're obsessed with my obsession of Christmas. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, because it's fun. It's cool. I know you're so into it. You know, it's neat to see.
I am, but like I said, when you're from Philly, you go down the shore, and I haven't gone down the shore yet. So after I go down the shore and come back, then we can start.
All right. Good enough. I don't know what that
I
means.
might have a Pinterest board working, though. I'm not going to lie.
I'll bet you do. All righty. Oh, let's see. Who do we got in the house today? Let's look at that. Let's see. I see. No, there's not a lot of... Jay Rogers. Hey, how's it going, Jay? Good to see you, man. What's going on, brother? Good to have you here. Yeah, we should probably dive in. Asa Murray's with us, of course. You know, Vicky Porter's here.
A lot of camera off today.
I know. Yeah, that's what I was saying. A lot of camera off today. That's the best way to say it, I guess. Right? Yeah.
Technical term.
Yeah. So, but anyway, you know, we should probably... Oh, Carl's here. There he is. Hey, what's up, man? How's it going? Let's see. You know, gosh, what did we talk about yesterday? Oh, yesterday was good. Yesterday was the breaking into teams. Remember that? Carl, you missed it. We talked about breaking into real estate teams. Yeah.
Breaking in, like entering in, or like...
Yeah. You know,
like
barging in, kicking down the door. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Like, I demand you give me your loan business.
That's my way of doing business. Now we're talking.
Well, if you don't kick down the door and ask, you know, come on, right? So
what's that saying? If you don't have at least one restraining order, you're not a salesman.
You're not a salesman. Yeah.
It was breaking and entering into real estate teams.
Yeah. Funny. Well, it was a good show, man. And hey, look at Dennis Wells. Has got his kid here. All right. Who is this? Who's this young person? Let's see. Who is it? Dennis, what's going on?
I'm watching the wee lad, and he loves the Breakfast Club.
Oh, nice. Well, where is he?
Oh, he just took off. You want to come and say hi?
Yeah, come on, say hi. Hey, what's up?
Good morning.
How are you?
Oh, what a kid.
Oh,
Well, that's a good way to start the day. What do you say? Yeah. Good morning, buddy. Good to see you from everybody at Breakfast Club. Thanks for showing up. Here's a future loan officer if I ever saw one. Yeah. Okay, cool, man. Hey, you know what I kind of want to touch base on before we kind of get rolling with Kevin Gillespie. By the way, Kevin Gillespie's in the house. We're going to go over some call reluctance. He said, and yesterday he said something about chemicals and dopamine. So this should be a good one. Okay. But like I say, don't start before you learn how to execute this through Kevin's guidance. But, Carl, we were talking yesterday on the Top Secret Breakfast Club meeting that we have once a week. And, we were talking about, call reluctance and having some fear about it. And, brought up the point, like, what happened to the old days where, like, to be in sales, you just had to have thick skin. You know what I mean? You just kind of had to be a little tough as nails. You know what I mean? To be in this business. What do you think about that? I think it's true. Kevin Gillespie, what do you think? This is sales. Sales is never easy. It really isn't. You got to be a little tough.
It's why it's one of the highest paying professions ever.
Yeah.
Like a salesman almost always makes more money than their manager. Like almost always. It's very rare that the manager makes more than the salesperson does. The salesperson typically, other than the CEO, the salesperson is usually the very top of the food chain on income in any business,
Yeah.
I got friends of mine that are in medical sales. They make more money than the doctors they sell the stuff to.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Oftentimes, it's not even close.
Yeah. You know why? They got tough skin, thick skin, baby. They get out there, they get ruffled up a little bit. It's the way it is. It's sales. You're going to get...
By the way, I think we have to clarify. We don't actually get ruffled up. We're sitting in... We talk about this all the time. We're sitting in air-conditioned offices, comfortable $500 chairs, drinking our morning latte, with one pinky out.
Right.
This is tough work, man. This is hard.
It's like, shh, don't tell anybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you think in the chat, man? Got to have some tough skin. Got to have some thick skin. Got to be a little tough to be in sales mentally. Anyway, right? Let us know. How are you? Are you tough? Are you thick skinned? Are you tough? Let us know in the chat, man. Come on, tell me. Yeah, let's go. Come on, bring it on. That's what I want to see. We're going to talk about car reluctance today, and so I know that we're going to, touch base, maybe not on being thick-skinned and tough, but Kevin's going to help us out with that quite a bit. But before we get going, man, we got about 5 more minutes. I'd like to just kind of shoot the breeze. I kind of want to hear from somebody. Let's see. Will I pick someone? Yeah, All right, Carl, I'm looking at somebody. Let's see how uncanny this is. Who are you looking at? Who are you looking at?
Who am I looking at?
Yeah.
I'm looking at Sarah Beers.
Okay, that wasn't mine.
Oh.
I was looking at Todd Levinson. Todd Levinson.
Another good choice. Another best choice. Just a different option.
Todd, what are you doing, man? What's going on?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
I'm doing well. What am I doing as far as getting out to market? Just kind of changing some strategies. Doing more HELOCs than I ever thought I would ever do in my career. But
really?
Bank statement HELOCs. It's some low-lying fruit that nobody ever asks their bank relationship for turndowns for HELOCs. So I've ended up doing a few of them. I mean, they're sizable ones too. It's just the folks that have the 2% first that don't want to get out of it.
Yeah.
So you can make it. You can make some money.
So you going to banks saying, "Hey, give me your HELOC turndowns," or how you doing that? Or are you just getting the word out that you do them?
Combo of both. I've stopped in a couple of spots from people that I know, but really word of mouth more than anything else. Just talking about it, because a lot of people, the banks don't like to turn down the HELOCs because they want to keep your deposits.
Yeah.
And then when it comes time to refi, it's kind of setting up the refinance for when rates do come in range for it to make sense.
At some point, you got to get rid of that HELOC, right? You got to pay that balance off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So where are you located, man?
I live in Winter Garden, Florida.
Winter Garden, Florida.
It's like 25 minutes from downtown Orlando, about 15 minutes from Disney Gates is about where I live.
Oh, all right. Cool, man. How long you been in the biz? Just out of curiosity. Sorry, Carl.
25th year. I'm in my 25th year.
What'd you want to say, Carl?
And they have a huge ham radio store there in Winter Garden, just FYI.
Okay.
Just an FYI. Not that I would normally know that kind of thing. It's just a little piece of
I was going to say I've lived here for 8+ years and I did not know that.
What? What? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they just opened. They opened up like about a year ago, maybe something like that. So just FYI.
Awesome. All right. Well, hey man, Todd, thanks for letting us pick on you this morning, and just chat with you, brother. And know you're going to kick butt and do great. Follow the plan, bro. You working on following the plan?
So I haven't been on in a little bit. I'm just keeping it real, and I haven't been following a plan as well as I should have as of recently. But I'm looking forward to re-engaging and
good
and go in that direction. Yes.
Well, here's the good news. It only works all the time. So if you just get in, engage, start going, brother, sky's the limit, man. And there's plenty of people here in the chat. Light it up for Todd. Give him some encouragement to follow the plan. If you're a plan follower, light it up. If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time. What do you got, Carl?
Speaking of which, and I think I've showed this before, so this is the microphone. This is the microphone from the show MASH that Radar used. This is the mic, right?
It is the one.
This is the one.
Not a replica.
Not a replica.
This is the same model.
This is from
the one.
This is the one that he used. And if you take a snapshot of it there on the screen and then Google Radar on MASH microphone, it's it. This is it.
Yeah.
Anyway, So, dude, he just moved to Crystal River, which is about an hour north of me.
Mm.
And I've got an inside scoop of where he's at and where he goes to coffee in the morning. And so I'm going to be on a recon mission here next week to get his autograph on this thing. I've been trying to get him to sign this thing for like the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And so and time's not my friend on this one. Let's just keep it real here, So,
yeah. And it's always good to have someone to stalk.
Yeah,
exactly.
Something to do. Yeah. Well, I hope you get it. I hope you hunt them down and you get the signatures. That's pretty epic.
Dude, for us ham radio nerds, this is like the holy grail. I mean,
it's like, pretty cool.
This is like it. Like this is it doesn't get any better than Radar's Mike with his signature.
Bro, there's ham radio operators.
For the restraining order.
Well, yeah, there you go. The good news is I think I can take him. I'm not just kind of going out of limb. He might know something I don't know, but he just moved there. He just moved to Crystal River, Florida. So
well, you get that signature. I know there's ham radio operators out there to pay like $50-$60 for that thing, no problem.
Maybe 75,
maybe even 75. All right, well, let's get down to it. Let's get moving on. Great to catch up with everybody first this morning. Just to let everybody kind of roll in. We've got Kevin Gillespie in the house this morning. Kevin's got a class coming up. Before we get there, Jen, what's happening at MMA?
So today at 2:00, back by popular demand, it's scripting workshop with me and Meg. So we did it once before and it was super popular. Everybody loved it. So you bring your scripts, we work on them. So it'll be good.
Great. So that's at 2 p.m. Eastern for members.
2 p.m. today, for members. Yep.
Go to the website, go to classes. You can join right there. Easy peasy.
Oh, sometimes I see people asking, "Hey, can I role play with somebody?" That's the spot to do it.
This is it. Yep.
Right. Excellent. Good stuff. All right. Well, that's good to know. Well, let's get to him. Let's get to Mr. Kevin Gillespie, man. Let's give him some walk-up music. Mr. Kevin Gillespie, everybody, on Call Reluctance. Call Reluctance. Put it in the chat. Do you struggle with it? Yes or no? And if you say no, you're one of the special ones. I think everybody struggles with it a little bit. Right, a little bit, at least. And Kevin, what do you got? You got stuff going on at MMA. You got a free webinar coming up. You're on a mission, buddy, to help people out with this issue.
Thanks, Frank. And it's always great to be here with everybody. And so I'm honored. But thank you. Hey, I do have one scientific fact. A discovery. Carl, tell me this is important.
Oh dear.
We lose brain cells, right? We lose skin cells, but you don't ever lose those damn fat cells. I mean, that's just, why is that? So anyways, guys, let's talk about call reluctance. And before we go there, let's talk about something else. We all been told we got to make the calls. We know the calls work. And the reason they work, it's the law of large numbers, guys. So if you were making your 50 great conversations a week and you did that for 90 days, you'd have 600. Annually, you'd have 2,100. If you had one face-to-face a day, right? In 90 days, it'd be 60 face-to-faces, 240. So if you did that, and if I were to ask how many of you are doing that, not many would be able to raise their hand and admit that. But if you did, what would happen to your business? It exponentially it grows. We've seen it again and again and again. But the challenge is a lot of people think, well, just give me the scripts and I'll do it. But we see all the time people join Call Stars, they go to their call meetings with their office, whatever, and we even give them the scripts. And we got great scripts. Scripts are important, but it's a part of it, guys. It's like this is a checklist for 737 Boeing airplane. And if I gave you this checklist, it doesn't make us a pilot. And either do scripts. Scripts help us. They're a guide. But the truth is, the way the brain works is most of our decisions are made by our lower part of our brain, the subconscious. And what we tend to do, scripts tend to be up in the prefrontal cortex, which is the covering of the brain, but it doesn't get us to where we need to be. So you've got two things that are typically holding most salespeople back. And those two things are, you haven't learned great influencing skills, because if you did, you'd build relationships, and it also help build your confidence, help you overcome call reluctance. Two, you've got call reluctance, which it's been proven 95% of salespeople have, and it's keeping you from making those numbers, from making the contacts, from building the relationships that you want. So next week, we're going to be doing, Carl and I, as many people know, wrote the book Crushing Call Reluctance, and we're adding in to a boot camp we're doing, The Art of Influence and Authority. But we're doing a free webinar next Wednesday, the 30th at 2 p.m. Eastern. It's 100% free. And if you don't like it, you get your money back. So with that, the challenge is, tell me if this makes sense to y'all. We've got all these thoughts. These are surveys from people who've been through our boot camps. I don't want to be disturbing others. I don't want to sound salesy. You know, I don't feel I'm adding value. I don't want to be rejected. And the list goes on and on. And you can see it there. But with those things running in your head, it keeps you from making your calls. And what you got to understand about our mammalian brain, which is millions of years old, its main job is to protect you. And the problem is it can't determine the difference between a perceived threat, like the lion outside the cave, and a real threat. Excuse me, I got that backwards. The lion outside the cave is the real threat. But our brain, trying to protect us, makes up a future of what might happen. And to protect us, it will typically look at the negative. And the challenge is that fear is 300 times more powerful, right, than something positive. And it does that to keep you safe. And so we operate in these two modes, and I won't spend a lot of time on this, but there's a primal state and a powerful state. But in the primal state, we feel forced, pressured, frustration, anxious, and that's where most of us go when we're trying to make our calls. And you'll never free up. It's always anxiety, because when you're in that, in the sympathetic nervous system, cortisol's going in, and it reduces your function. Adrenaline comes in, like you're ready for fight or flight. And what we need to do is be able to get to a point of dopamine triggers, where that creates motivation and drive, and serotonin, it creates confidence. So in our class, our boot camps, we teach 20 plus strategies on overcoming call reluctance and influence. And we show you ways. We take those strategies and we stack them on top of each other. And you just build your confidence, and we change your belief system, because we're dopamine craving machines, guys. And if you don't believe me, why do you think you're on YouTube all the time? That algorithm is geared to keep feeding you what you want. Your Facebook, right? Binge watching shows. And if you can do that, you'll be able to overcome call reluctance like that. And professional influencers, I'm talking about profilers, Fortune 500 sales executives who negotiate, huge contracts with military or whatever. They all know how to influence, and there's 6 areas of influence at the same time. So what we want to do is overcome our call reluctance, be fearless, and what we want to do is then learn how we can become better influencers in these 6 areas. And so there's 20 some strategies. A couple of them are, how to build an alter ego. And all sorts of people use alter egos, right? Elon Musk, he literally hired Tony Stark, or what's his name? I'm trying to think of his name real quick, to come in and show him how to be Iron Man, how to be Tony Stark. Grant Cardone's Mr. G, David Bowie, Ziggy Stardust, Eminem, Marshall Mathers, he was Slim Shady, Beyonce, Kobe Bryant. They all had alter egos. We're also influencing, we'll have a hypnosis track to help you reprogram, and then how to build a belief matrix, how to gamify, how to understand the 6 ways people make their decisions. It's really some great stuff. So I look forward to it. And the good news is it works. Couple of examples. Mike Bowers, went through this program, and after working it for about 60 days, took 20 million in apps. Adam Crosley, who's one of the guys we coach, Adam overcame his call reluctance and started making his calls real consistently. And in April, it may have been May, he closed 17 loans, but he's now typically about 12 plus. Tom Gallagher, who was really challenged, price sensitive market, and working against a builder who was just buying the rate way down. All of a sudden, after getting over his call reluctance and some other strategies we gave him, he's now regularly doing 7 loans. And Marty, I think I saw you in the room. Marty did one, like a year before she did 1 loan. The next year, same month, she did 17 loans, and she had gone through like call stars, but it was brutal. Marty, anything you want to say about the call reluctance? There.
I'm here. Hi,
hey,
Kevin.
buddy. Good to see you.
How are you?
Good.
I'm steady at 8, so I know you make me look great in this, but I am I am steady at 8.
Okay. Thank you.
But yes, I was at a 1 and 2. Actually, in 2024, I want to say January and February, I did absolutely 0 loans. So that means no paycheck. And it was really, really hard. Really hard. And I did go through boot camps with Steve Kyle. I went through all the other boot camps. I've gone through MMA. I really was not actively using MMA because I found every excuse in the book to get out of it. This list that he showed you, I think it's like 90 things that we do to get out of what we're supposed to do, is true, because I was like, oh my gosh, that's like a checklist of things that I do that I was doing to get out of calls, because I thought some other things were more important, like busy work was more important, because I was afraid. I was really afraid. I really thought the one thing that Kevin and I broke down in this call reluctance class is the biggest reason that I was afraid. And I really had this thought in my mind that people were talking about me behind my back. I mean, most of you are like, oh, well, why would that matter? Well, it did matter to me because they were industry people. And come to find out, when we broke everything down, I was really having a lot of anxiety about it. And when he says things like you get the cold sweats and your brain goes in 5,000 different directions to make the excuses, like I could be on call stars, but sometimes I would not even be making the calls because I'm thinking other things are more important that I need to take care of because I don't want to look bad. But breaking it down, we did a lot of weird exercises to bring it brings it out of you. It really, really brings it out of you. Your heart, when I was going into it, my heart rate would go up, and some of the exercises that you do, it makes your heart rate go down. And Kevin and I discovered in our session last year, if you wear an iWatch and you do the exercises, I could watch my heart rate go down as I was doing the exercises, and they really don't take that long. And it was basically breaking the call stars down into 15-minute sessions. Sometimes if you're on call stars, I don't know if you watch each other. I really don't watch each other anymore. But I will get up and I'll walk away for a few minutes. That means that anxiety is coming in. I need to go do some of these exercises to get that out of my head. And at the end of it all, the person that I really thought that was talking about me behind my back, and they are a top producer in this area. They own their own brokerage. We actually sat down and had a conversation recently, and he never thought any of that stuff, because I actually talked to him. He never thought anything. He thinks that I'm actually great and pretty smart, and I do very well at what I do. So isn't that crazy? I had no reason to think that way. So just so you guys know, you guys are great. If you don't take this class, you're going to be missing out, because I actually had reluctance on taking the class. And
class reluctance.
You don't want to admit that you have it. And that was the worst part. You just don't want to admit that you have call reluctance. And I had to admit that. I had to admit it. And it put me in a place that doing something outside of the box, which you guys are famous for doing that. You guys have brought a lot out of me that I never knew existed. So I give that I give that to Kevin and Carl and Steve and Frank. You guys do a lot for me to get out of my shell and do things that I'm not used to doing. So, and I love that. I love it. I feel it's making a huge difference in my life. Not just my business, but my life. My life is so much better than it was in January of 2024. So thank you guys. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Mark. And you've earned it. You did it all, so that's, we just was able to share a few ideas with you. So that's what this is all about, guys. And so what you got to do, and there's a couple hands up, I'd rather probably talk to them, but ask yourself, are you frustrated with your results? And then we're also going, and we'll put it in the chat here, that the callreluctanceclass.com, July 20th or July 30th, 2 p.m. Eastern, and we'll share several ideas on call reluctance. But with that,
Hey, Kevin, what if somebody's interested in the call reluctance boot camp? Can they get a link for that right now? If somebody said, hey, I'm interested in the boot camp that you're doing.
Yeah,
let's drop that in the chat too, in case somebody wants to just sign up for that. And then you also got the master class.
Thank you. Yeah, you'll get the call reluctance. Just go to the same one. We'll reach out, and then you can just email myself or Kristen or Jen, somebody. We'll be happy to take care of you.
Okay,
so drop your email in the chat then. So make it easy. So
yeah, we'll put so it's call reluctance class. Let's get that in the chat right now. This is free, open to anybody. So this is
it's just a free
the
master
30th
class.
at 2 p.m. So Jen or somebody, if you could drop that link in the chat, that'd be great. Callreluctanceclass.com. Open to anybody. Why not? Right? I mean, why not? 2 p.m. We've got Mike and Brad with their hands up. It's okay if I go to the questions, Kevin?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. You got something else?
Nope. Go ahead.
Good. Okay, Mike, what you got, real quick?
Thanks, you guys. Real quick. Number one, call reluctance. Just go ahead and say something. You're not going to get the script right. Just make the call. It's not going to come out the way you're planning. The first one, the first three, and by the time you get to your 25th or 50th call of the day, it won't matter. You're going to be having a great time. So that's first. Secondly, anybody who hasn't done any research on the person that just presented, Kevin Gillespie, probably should just hear this. He's had a career where he's done $20 billion of work, 20 billion with a B, not 20 million, not a billion, which is like, a stalwart marquee, amazing person, 20 times that. So if you're not listening, I just took his builder boot camp, and I got to tell you, the amount of useful information that came out of that is, there's so much to digest.
That's great.
I cannot encourage you enough to lean into Kevin Gillespie and this whole team. Like the last speaker, my whole game has changed because of the DSC, because a couple of years ago, oh my God, I don't have any business. What do? I Googled, and there's Carl White, and darn it, it worked for me. Do the DSC, the darn thing works. That's it.
That's great. Thank you, Mike. That's very kind of you. Very appreciative.
Steve, if we knew it worked, we'd have charged more.
Right? Man, I wish we would have thought about that. I mean, shoot, we could have doubled our price. Just kidding.
What you got, Brad?
One of the best physical things to fight call reluctance is having a phone dialer. If you make a call on your phone and you got to type in the number and the call goes wrong, you're going to be reluctant to type in the next number. Mm-hmm. But boy, when you've got a phone dialer, you don't have time to think about that.
Yeah, right.
It just barrels right through.
Yeah.
And by the time you've got to the 20th call, you know what you're going to say. It's all worked out. It's the best investment that anyone can make. I happen to be using the AI CRM phone dialer. I used to have Phone Burner. I got rid of that to cover the cost of the AI CRM. But either one of them is just, if you haven't got a phone dialer, you're missing one of the best investments you can make.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Yeah, absolutely true.
Great.
Cool
Thanks,
stuff.
Good stuff.
Hi, thanks for enjoying Loan Officer Breakfast Club here on YouTube. I just wanted to drop in and remind you that if you're a newer loan officer and you're trying to get to that 2 or 3 deals a month, or if you're seasoned and you're trying to get from 50 to 60 or 60 to 80, Mortgage Marketing Animals has you covered. We've got the full gambit from start to finish, top to bottom. Everything you need is at mortgagemarketinganimals.com. There's a reason that mortgagemarketinganimals.com is the #1 mortgage coaching platform in the country. So check it out, mortgagemarketinganimals.com.
Hey, Kevin, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, please.
What do you think? What do you think? And we were talking a little bit about this yesterday. What do you think the root cause of call reluctance is? Is it like, I don't know what to say, or I think I'm going to get eaten by a bear, or, I'm not good enough? Like, what do you think is the core?
I think what happens is we get beliefs instilled in us as young kids, or the way we were brought up, right? Hey, don't, I don't, if I wanted to hear from you, I'd ask, right? Or don't interrupt people, don't. So all these things that we're trained on as a kid and mainly meant to raise us right or to protect us, the brain is funny. It starts looking at anything to link to. So we've got different, it's like Marty. She had all these fear, people were talking that, and your brain links to that. And so it makes you hesitate. And what we got to do is interrupt those patterns and then rebuild. And so that's why we do the stacking of all these different strategies. And it'll and once it wipes out, I remember watching Marty, remember this, is you and I were working and like your face was in pain. And finally, one of the exercises, you just started grinning. You looked at me and you goes, "This is so stupid. I've never been worried about this."
I've often thought, I think you hit the nail on the head. It's these conversations go in our head that aren't real. And it's kind of, and I'm not making light of this. Like I've always thought it's kind of like a 4-year-old afraid the boogeyman's under the bed. And as much as we say, well, here, let's turn on the lights, let's look, he's not there. And then you turn the lights back off and somehow it magically appears. And then when you grow up, you think how, I don't know if silly's the right word, but how, whatever that word is, I was to have believed that. I think what you're saying, once we get on the other side of call reluctance, the thought that it kept us from where we wanted to be, and all we had to do was just solve that one simple problem.
Right.
You think about it so much, you start to believe it. And that is the worst part of it. And then breaking that in, just in 6 week sessions. I mean, yeah, I do pedal back sometimes. I do. But I feel like going to that class just brought me out of my shell and allowed me to do some things that I've always wanted to do and never did it. Like, even presenting in front of Carl and Steve, man, talk about nerve-wracking, but it was probably one of the best things that I ever did. Getting out and even talking into this group of people. I mean, there's probably 400 people here. And I'm just breaking it down. Like, I know everybody thinks the same way.
And they're nice. Nice.
Everybody's
like
wonderful.
me. Yeah.
Yeah. People like me. And that's what I'm saying. Somebody I had built above my head was evil and they actually like me. They think I'm cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
it's just getting past the fear, Carl. I think everybody's got fear. And, we think, oh, when the fear's gone, I'll take action. And what we've learned is no, take action and the fear goes away. And it doesn't go away completely, but it goes, and so it's just that taking action. So great job, Marty, and great job to everybody who's taking action. So
looking forward to it, Kevin. When's that class again?
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, the 20th or the 30th, excuse me, July 30th at 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Oh, there you go.
Sounds good. And can we post the link one more time? There it is. Callreluctanceclass.com.
There you go.
That's a real complicated name.
Who thought of that?
Who thought of that? That's too easy.
Yeah, but call reluctance. Is that an S or is that a C?
I have no idea. How do you spell mortgage? 2 G's?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows?
2 M's.
Something. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, Frankie, what are we doing?
Frank, thank you.
Great to have you, Kevin.
You bet. We love having you here, man. Awesome stuff. How cool, too, to be able to get a free webinar on this. And don't forget about the class. He's going to be at MMA Thursday, right? Thursday for members, right? So that's going to be cool, man. It's going to be,
small class there. Absolutely.
Get some real interaction with Kevin on all of this stuff at the MMA class. So
I'm doing that just to hang out with Jen, though. So
exactly.
Who could blame you? Hey, can I do an official poll?
Sure.
Hey, speaking of Boogeyman Under the Bed, I was just listening to a podcast that was talking about some of the iconic movies that
Steve's podcast
literally changed our behaviors. And one of them was Psycho, which is famous for the shower scene, right?
Yeah.
Right. How many of you, just an unofficial poll, how many of you either watched that movie or that scene? Every now and then you just look you go in there to brush your teeth, and every now and then you just kind of brush the curtain back just to make sure. Am I the only one that does that, or
no, John Insco, you got lots.
Okay.
Hold on, let's see here.
Okay.
Marty, Brian,
I was wondering, it was like,
Yummy.
I still not every time, not even once a week, but every now and then I'll just peel it back, and we have a bathroom in our garage over here, and almost never gets used, and every now and then, I'll walk by and I see it and it's got a shower, and I walk by and I go, let me just look and I'm not even going in the bathroom. I'm just going to be working in the garage. But anyway, so I'm comforted to know I'm not the only one. So, okay, I feel better.
That's so funny. And my spare bath has the shower curtain thing, and I intentionally leave it open just so it's open. You know what I mean?
I always leave the one here open too, but my housekeeper, everything's got to be just so, and so she goes in there and then she closes it, and I don't want to tell her, hey, you mind leaving that open so I can make sure that
there's no psycho
I saw
behind
this
the curtain.
movie back in the 40s.
Yeah, what was his name? What was his stage name? Norman.
Norman.
Make sure Norman's not
Norman Bates.
Make sure Norman's not there. So anyway, I'm
all right.
I'm too afraid of her.
Jim Cooley says, I didn't, but now I'm going to.
Yeah. You know what the number one was? The number one movie that didn't just change our way of thinking, but changed our behavior. Anybody want to guess what the number one movie was that
Three Amigos
changed our behavior? What's that?
Three Amigos.
No, and it wasn't Up in Smoke. No. That's it. It was Jaws.
Was it? Yeah.
Number
that
one.
was a big deal. Yeah.
Brother, I go in a swimming pool and I'm looking around just one time, just real quick.
Kicking with your feet, like, what's down there?
Yeah, Jaws. Yeah, they were expecting that to be a flop. By the way, when they finished shooting it, they thought, "Oh, this is going to be a flop," and the mechanical shark looks too fake, and nobody's going to believe it. And thought it was going to be a flop, and it was just a raving success. Economic also.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, yeah, Jaws changed the way we go. Change the way we go to the swimming pool for sure, no question.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Hey, today's Tuesday, right, Kristen? I got the right day.
Today's Tuesday.
Yes, you do.
Today's Tuesday, and today's one of the best days of all time within the Daily Success Plan. Today is the day that we're calling on our active files: borrower, co-borrower, listing agent, selling agent, escrow or closing agent, even insurance. Up to 6 people you can call on one transaction.
You know what that means, Frank? You know what that means?
What, brother?
Like, let's just say you have 5 loans in your pipeline. That means you got 30 people that you can call. And what is it, like 15, 20 of them all day long? All they do is talk to people that we want to talk to.
Yeah.
The real estate agents, the title companies, the insurance agents. And so if we just got a modest 5 loans that we're working on, doesn't mean they're closing this month, that we're working on, that's under contract, 5, that's 30 people that we can call and ask for the business. There is no cold calling here. And these are people that are pissed off if you don't call them.
Right.
Mm-hmm. These are the people who are mad if you let that call reluctance, I don't want to give them an update because what if they ask me something I don't know, and how to overcome that? I'm telling you, it's the golden keys. It is. It's the golden keys. So Tuesday update, and make sure you do the call reluctance class. We'll help you with that.
Yeah, and most of the people that we know who do so well with the DSP say this is the best day. Yeah. And the thing to remember though, too, guys, is that the call isn't just for the update. The update's the Trojan horse, right? The update
The key is
you're under the cloak of the update, but it's really just to ask if they know anybody else that you can help. It's asking for the business. So let's do that. Who's committed to doing that today? You got some deals in the pipeline. You committed? Raise your hand. Yeah, man. This is easy stuff. This is the easy stuff, my friends. All right, let's get out of here. You guys have a great day. We'll be here tomorrow with Chelsea Gardner. We're going to go over some social media marketing. That sounds like fun. Yeah, that'll be a good time. All right, you guys have a great one, man. Adios. See you later.
Gals.
Have a great day, everybody.